everyone, Matt here with ABI Attachments. Welcome back to the ABI Dirt. And as you can see here on the dirt, we get to be in the dirt today. Big thank you to our friend Jim at South Farm. He asked us to come out and work up a bit of a food plot in some of his back acreage. And to do that, we decided to leverage the food plot disc on our Gravel Rascal Pro. This is kind of some tight areas. Some of the trails get back here, we're a little bit close. And so we decided this would be the best plan of attack. And as you can see, this is what we've ended up with. After less than an hour or so of working with different positions, and we can talk through that in a minute, with the Gravel Rascal and this new food plot disc option. Now, I'll be honest with you, when we first came back to this back corner, we were curious to see how this Gravel Rascal Pro with the food plot disc would perform. I know a lot of you, when we first teased the food plot disc on an ATV tool, you shot us some questions. Can an ATV tool, a pole behind drag, really have some quality penetration, quality decompaction with a disc? Some of you have had bad run-ins with other ATV disc options that didn't work so well. Maybe you had to prop your ATV up on blocks or something to get something in the rear hitch, and it just wasn't a great experience. So to give you some context, and this kind of back grass pasture that's just mowed off for grass hay every now and then, we put the disc in, we did not spray, we did not mow, we did not come in and prep ahead of time. We just dropped the disc down as deep as they could go, pull the tires up the ground, and we wanted to see what happens. And we're pretty pleased with the result. So let me talk you through the process. When we first got out here, we knew right away we just got to cut this sod to pieces. So we opted for a disc in. We've got these discs at the top hole in the shank, second hole from the top in the pocket, and we just buried the discs. Kept the tires off the ground, kept the finish rake off the ground. At this point, all we were trying to do was rip everything up. We ended up with some sod ribbons at first as we made our initial passes, but as we began to cross cut back and forth, again, we've got enough area here. We didn't ever have to pick the tool up and drop it back down. We were able to make some small tight circles, cut up those sod ribbons to the point that our root balls were fairly well demolished. So you can see you got just handfuls left from what it used to be when we started. So at that point, we were getting so deep, there's so much weight per contact point. Again, we've only got, on this size of Rascal, we've only got 4 discs in to really maximize the weight per disc so we can really get the depth we want. We're starting to cut 5 all the way down to the 6 inches deep that these discs can handle. It was obviously too deep for whatever seed we want to throw down. So we decided to pop the disc out, put scarifiers in, let those guide wheels on the Rascal hold the weight of the Rascal so that we can keep those scarifiers in at about the 2-inch mark, leverage our finish rake here to pull just a little bit of material so we're knocking down the furrows, smoothing things back out to get that nice finish across the top. Because the disc had torn up the sod, the scarifiers were going through just fine. There's plenty of flow through, which means then with a couple more passes here after we turn the camera off, we can smooth out this surface one more time. And next step for us is seed. Now, all of this is without us mowing or spraying. We opted to take it the hard way. For those of you who spray ahead of time, kill everything off, mow everything down, and completely get the debris out of the way, that's totally acceptable. We wanted the challenge of keeping the sod in place and really ripping it to pieces. We've gotten some great questions about this food plot disc, how it mounts up to this Rascal platform. And some of you have looked at this and said, man, doesn't that look like an awful lot of tool? And is that too much muscle for the job if all you need is a disc out the back end of your ATV UTV? And we've talked about this before in the dirt. It really comes down to weight. You need something that is heavy enough to get that penetration. A lot of you have used food plot discs or attempted to use food plot discs for an ATV UTV setting, but if you don't have the weight of a platform, the weight of the whole structure to really bear down on those discs and get that depth you need, well, you're not actually going to be able to cut something up, especially something as thick and heavy like this. So the next thing to consider, and why we opted for this Rascal here and why we wanted to put a food plot disc underneath the Rascal, remember this is a multi-use platform. The Rascal lineup here at ABI is designed so you can put scarifiers in this and just rip the daylights out of a gravel driveway and take out potholes and smooth out a driveway. Or you can take scarifiers out, put profile blades in, and profile blades are ideal in horse arenas and equine arenas where you can clear off the decompaction that's under their surface. So the Rascal platform is designed to be a multi-use platform to take you from the back 40 here in food plots to your driveway, and if you've got animals, well then into a equine arena as well. That's all I've got for you today. I'll jump back out of the way of the camera so we can get this thing all finished up, smooth back out. If you've got an ATV UTV, a side-by-side, and that's your tow vehicle of choice, and you're looking to install some food plots, you want to take something off trail back through the woods to the back 40, you know you've got some constricted space, give us a call. Ask for one of our factory reps and say that you're interested in a Rascal with a food plot disc. This is a great situation if you don't have the space to bring a tiller back, or you don't want to mess around trucking a hand tiller in the back of a gator. It's just nasty work. We've had a lot of fun with this unit today. We look forward to answering any questions you've got about it.